Studio. That's in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. She does hair, braids, makeup, updos. I don't even know what that is, but she says she does them. Eyebrows, eyebrow tint, eyebrow lamination, and eyelash lift and tint. You can reach her at 573-776-398. I want to give my stepdaughter Hannah Eddy at Glam Hair Studio in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And her sister Smalls wants to say,
please go see my sister Hannah.
Delta Counseling and Life Coaching. Welcome aboard, Miss Monica Shelton. Miss Shelton is a licensed professional counselor in Arkansas and Missouri, but she's also a certified life coach. I mean, she can work with anybody in the world, literally. Hey, all of our appointments are through telehealth with options for 30, 45-minute, or 60-minute appointments, and she specializes in working with anxiety, depression, ADHD, relationship issues, and life transitions. She also has experience with grief and trauma. They say behind every great coach is an amazing woman just like Miss Shelton right here. Get a hold of her at 636-575-7505. There's also a website on there. She wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, here's another familiar face on our CSR sponsor video slideshow, and that is Matthew and Cindy Woolard of Woolard Flying Service. I want to say thank you to you two. Always been good to us here at CSR, and also good to our community, good to our school, our kids, and we sure do appreciate it. Everyone at Woolard Flying Service wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. That's Woolard Flying Service. Big thank you to the NEA Veterinary Clinic yet again for supporting us and these kids here at Corning through us at CSR. And you also see My Zoe Rescue there as well. That's a 501c3 charitable organization, nonprofit. We appreciate what they do, and also what the NEA Veterinary Clinic does as well. It's a one-stop shop for your pets. Anything you need there, and great service. I can vouch for that one. Hey, get a hold of them at 870-857-5050. Again, 870-857-5050. NEA Veterinary Clinic wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Thank you to all the fine folks at Harold Implement Company. They've been with us for the last few years here at CSR, and their support means an awful lot to us. Hey, they are your one-stop shop for all things Polaris Off-Road, Bad Boy Mowers, Ace Hardware, steel, and hunting supplies. A little bit of everything in there, and they really do have a little bit of everything. You got to check it out. Family owned and operated since 1946. Love that. Right here locally in Corning, Arkansas. You can find them online at heraldimplement.com, or better yet, just call them. 870-857-3931. That's Harold Implement Company, wishing the Bobcats the best of luck. Hey, let's give it up for a good man and a good friend of ours here at CSR, Mr. Kenny Francis. We appreciate him jumping on board with us. Hey, he's got two different buildings here. The White House on Main Street, you see that on the top left-hand corner of your screen, and Puddle Duck Lodge on the bottom right. The White House on Main Street is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and Puddle Duck Lodge is a 6-bed, 3-bath with a huge lake full of fish. I can vouch for that one. Hey, you can book these things online on an Airbnb or message Kenny at 870-323-0035. We appreciate you, Kenny Francis. He want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, let's give it up to a wonderful family here in our area of Corning, Arkansas, the Price family and Price Farms out of Corning for sponsoring us here at CSR again this year. Big thanks to Chad and Jacob and the entire Price family for all they do for us here at CSR and for our community. Price Farms want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck this season. Price Farms. From all of us at CSR, I want to say thank you to Michael, Brittany, and Michaela Ward and Ward Construction for jumping on board with us here at CSR. Ward Construction was started in 2013, licensed and bonded in Arkansas. They do all kinds of home improvement jobs and new construction based in Success, but they work in all the surrounding areas. Just get a hold of Michael at 870-335-6693. That's Michael Ward with Ward Construction, 870-335-6693. And another familiar face here at CSR, that is Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation Incorporated out of Corning, Arkansas. We appreciate Jerry, Rhonda, and Michael Solace for always taking care of us here at CSR and supporting us. It means a lot. Hey, you can go visit them at 908 North Missouri Avenue there in Corning, Arkansas.
You're watching Corning Bobcat Athletics live. Hey guys, if you can, go see my stepdaughter Hannah Eddy at Glam Hair Studio. That's in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. She does hair, braids, makeup, updos. I don't even know what that is, but she says she does them. Eyebrows, eyebrow tint, eyebrow lamination, and eyelash lift and tint. You can reach her at 573-776-398. I want to give my stepdaughter Hannah Eddy at Glam Hair Studio in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And her sister Smalls wants to say,
Please go see my sister Hannah.
Delta Counseling and Life Coaching. Welcome aboard, Miss Monica Shelton. Miss Shelton is a licensed professional counselor in Arkansas and Missouri, but she's also a certified life coach. Means she can work with anybody in the world, literally. Hey, all of our appointments are through telehealth with options for 30, 45-minute, or 60-minute appointments, and she specializes in working with anxiety, depression, ADHD, relationship issues, and life transitions. She also has experience with grief and trauma. They say behind every great coach is an amazing woman just like Miss Shelton right here. Get a hold of her at 636-575-7505. There's also a website on there. She wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, here's another familiar face on our CSR sponsor video slideshow, and that is Matthew and Cindy Woolard of Woolard Flying Service. I want to say thank you to you two. Always been good to us here at CSR and also good to our community, good to our school, our kids, and we sure do appreciate it. Everyone at Woolard Flying Service wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. That's Woolard Flying Service. Big thank you to the NEA Veterinary Clinic yet again for supporting us and these kids here at Corning through us at CSR. And you also see My Zoe Rescue there as well. That's a 501c3 charitable organization, nonprofit. We appreciate what they do. And also what the NEA Veterinary Clinic does as well. It's a one-stop shop for your pets. Anything you need there. And great service. I can vouch for that one. Hey, get a hold of them at 870-857-5050. Again, 870-857-5050. NEA Veterinary Clinic wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Thank you to all the fine folks at Harold Implement Company. They've been with us for the last few years here at CSR, and their support means an awful lot to us. Hey, they are your one-stop shop for all things Polaris Off-Road, Bad Boy Mowers, Ace Hardware, steel, and hunting supplies. A little bit of everything in there, and they really do have a little bit of everything. You got to check it out. Family owned and operated since 1946. Love that. Right here locally in Corning, Arkansas. You can find them online at heraldimplement.com, or better yet, just call them. 870-857-3931. That's Harold Implement Company, wishing the Bobcats the best of luck. Hey, let's give it up for a good man and a good friend of ours here at CSR, Mr. Kenny Francis. We appreciate him jumping on board with us. Hey, he's got two different buildings here. The White House on Main Street, you see that on the top left-hand corner of your screen, and Puddle Duck Lodge on the bottom right. The White House on Main Street is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and Puddle Duck Lodge is a 6-bed, 3-bath with a huge lake full of fish. I can vouch for that one. Hey, you can book these things online on an Airbnb or message Kenny at 870-323-0035. We appreciate you, Kenny Francis. He want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, let's give it up to a wonderful family here in our area of Corning, Arkansas, the Price family and Price Farms out of Corning for sponsoring us here at CSR again this year. Big thanks to Chad and Jacob and the entire Price family for all they do for us here at CSR and for our community. Price Farms want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck this season. Price Farms. From all of us at CSR, I want to say thank you to Michael, Brittany, and Michaela Ward and Ward Construction for jumping on board with us here at CSR. Ward Construction was started in 2013, licensed and bonded in Arkansas. They do all kinds of home improvement jobs and new construction based in Success, but they work in all the surrounding areas. Just get a hold of Michael at 870-335-6693. That's Michael Ward with Ward Construction, 870-335-6693. And another familiar face here at CSR, that is Solace Grain Bins and S&L Irrigation Incorporated out of Corning, Arkansas. We appreciate Jerry, Rhonda, and Michael Solace for always taking care of us here at CSR and supporting us. It means a lot. Hey, you can go visit them at 908 North Missouri Avenue there in Corning, Arkansas, or reach out to them, 870-857-3086. Solace Grain Bins, S&L Irrigation. Go Bobcats. Hey, we've got a repeat CSR supporter. That's that man, Mr. Danny Reed right there. Him and West Dollar and the company Southern Breeze Heating and Cooling LLC. We appreciate all they do for the city of Corning, for Bobcat Athletics, and obviously us here at CSR. Hey, get a hold of them for all of your heating and cooling needs. They are the folks to call. Get a hold of Danny at 870-323-2057 or Wes at 870-450-3900. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, I love this picture. How can you not love this? This is awesome right here. This is Woolard Farms out of Success.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bobcat Field here in beautiful crime-free Corning, Arkansas. We're here for some non-conference baseball action between the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds and the Corning Bobcats. But first, today's a very special day. Today is Senior Day for our Corning Bobcat baseball program, and two seniors, two student athletes who have dedicated over 4 years to this program that we love. With that being said, we're going to start it right off. Today, we recognize Seth Smith. Seth is the son of Michael and Shelley Smith. Seth has been a part of baseball, or Bobcat baseball, for 4 years and has played a variety of positions during his time as a Bobcat, but has primarily spent his time at first base or on the mound, where he will start today. Seth has dedicated much time and preparation to the Corning baseball program, and his leadership for the younger players has encouraged a great atmosphere and helped fuel the first winning season here in several years. Thank you, Seth, for your love and commitment to Bobcat baseball. Seth Smith. Next up, and our final senior, is Reed McMasters. Reed is the son of Anthony and Mariah McMasters. Reed has been an asset to the program in several positions over his 4 years playing for the Bobcat baseball program. Reed has been a solid part of the Bobcat offense over the past 3 seasons, maintaining a .450 batting average during that time. He has also been a force on the mound this year, accumulating 6 wins so far in the season. Thank you, Reed, for your hard work and dedication that has contributed to a successful year for the Corning baseball program. Reed McMasters. This is from Coach George and Coach Radcliffe. We would like to thank these boys for their commitment and sacrifice to the Bobcat baseball program. We truly appreciate everything you have done and are proud of your accomplishments this year. Let's give it up one more time for our senior Seth Smith and Reed McMasters. say leave it there. I say leave it there, Rob. Yeah. I'll leave it there. Yeah. Let people see that.
Hey, you guys move over here. Actually, y'all come this way, right up here. Ready? I have a little broke bone. I have a really break bone. I had a break bone so that we can put it back. Was it like, really like making mad? Alright, y'all come in.
That won't hurt your feelings.
Don't put those bags in her.
Yeah, you gotta work back.
I need one more on There you go. Oh, thanks. Hang on, y'all look where one more time. It's alright. You got it. I'll send it to you.
Thank you to these two. They don't even care what we say on their ad. Don't even care if we run the ad, but we do because we want to show them how much we appreciate their support every single year.
We should be good. Do you have rosters?
Yeah, I should be able to get it all right here on my phone.
Oh, I meant like, hang on, I'll get your line.
I was about to say, usually I go right here on this. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll have everything I need right here.
For both teams?
Yep.
Awesome. Did you know we did have a USB-C after all?
Oh yeah, that's my phone charger. I forgot all about that one.
We just won't have replay. It's not a big deal, dude. It's,
I'm gonna move this chair over there.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Or actually, move that boy one over there. I'm gonna slide this one back down. I'm gonna sit right here today.
Plug it up over here or something. I can do that too. You know what I mean? You can take one of those plug
Right here. Usually Miss Shelley sits right here, but
Well, they got it
I was
out.
about to
They
say
got it
they
out
got
there.
the- yeah, they
So
got
you
it
got
out
all the
there.
room you need. It should be a good game, man. So you're good.
yeah.
Okay. If there's any issues, I'll let you know. Appreciate you getting those zip ties too.
Yeah, I was about to say, I ended up getting ones that were too small, but you just put two together and they work.
Yeah, that's fine. Dude, I swore we had a bunch, but of course they're probably those other cases.
I was about to say that bag I had, it had that one pack in it. It had that pack that was sitting there, but it only had that one left in it. How you want this?
Oh yeah, I probably need that though.
Yeah. Be coming back for it if not.
One or two.
Yes, sir.
of luck today, man.
Yep, thank you.
Here, that's Jim and Cindy Davis with JSD Cattle Ranch. Go Bobcats. Hey, another company with unwavering support to us here at CSR. That is Red Taylor Ford, your local auto dealership here in Corning, Arkansas, right off the main drag there at 401 Southwest 2nd Street. Hey, they've got everything there. They've got new cars, they've got trucks, they got SUVs, crossovers, and you can find them all online at www.redtailorford.com, or you can give them a call, 870-857-3516. Big thanks to all the fine folks there at Red Taylor Ford. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck.
Hey, let's give it up for another familiar face here on our CSR sponsor video slideshow, and that is Miss Kimberly Tinsley and her company, AGC Tax Services. You can find them at 2508 West Main Street, or you can get a hold of them at 870-857-3765. Kimberly wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season.
Hey, a big thank you to all the fine folks at Pocahontas Medical Clinic out of Corning. Hey, they jumped on board with us yet again, and we appreciate that. Big thanks to Jennifer Webb for helping out with this. Hey, they got 3 locations, 2 there in Pocahontas, but also 1 right here in Corning, and we appreciate the providers there, Dr. Drew Bryson. And you can see them at 400 West 4th Street, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get a hold of them, 870-631-3538. One more time, that's 870-631-3538. They are your hometown healthcare clinic. There's no place like home for their physicians, and their physician-owned multi-specialty medical group has been serving Pocahontas, Arkansas for over 30 years, and now right here in Corning. Again, get a hold of them, 870-631-3538.
For 85 years, Clay County Electric has powered our community with a legacy of excellent service. And now you get power and connectivity with the same great service you've come to expect. Clay County Connect brings the world to your fingertips with reliable, affordable, high-speed broadband internet. The best part? You get the same great local service that has defined us for decades. To learn more on how we can best serve you, visit us online or call 870-857-3521.
Sheer Magic by Tammy. That's Tammy McKenna, your owner there / stylist. A full service salon. That means cuts, colors, perms, and waxes with a wide range of products for the whole family. Come see Tammy McKinney or Mary Russell for all of your hair care needs. You can reach them ahead of time at 870-857-3338. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Corning Sports wants to say thank you to Miss Amy Jordan and Parkview Restaurant in Corning, Arkansas. Local family-owned restaurant that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can call ahead, you can dine in, or even go through the drive-through window for pickup. Reach them at 870-857-6884 or go see them at 1615 West Main Street. That's right off the main drag there in Corning, Arkansas. Thank you, Miss Amy Jordan, for all you do for Corning Bobcat Athletics, the city of Corning, and also us here at CSR. Everybody at Corning Sports Report wants to say thank you so much to everybody at Watson Oil Company right here in beautiful Crown Free Corning, Arkansas. Obviously a fuel supplier here in Corning, but more than that, especially to us, they have been behind us 100% from day one, and we really, really do appreciate it. I love the family photo too. That's awesome. Tight-knit group there, and I see some athletes in that photo too. Hey, you can find them at 406 Southeast 1st Street, right across the tracks there in Corning, Arkansas, or get a hold of them at 870-857-6366. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season.
Next up on our sponsor video slideshow is Farm Bureau Insurance out of Corning, Arkansas. We appreciate them. They've been with us since day number one, the entire time, all 5 years. We cannot say thank you enough to those fine folks. Cliff, Danielle, and now Nicole. We appreciate Nicole Hufford as well. She's jumped on board with them too. Obviously, her husband, her kids, and herself all help us here at CSR, and we appreciate that. Big thank you, Farm Bureau Insurance. You can find them at 2504 West Main Street there in Corning. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., closed on Saturdays. You can reach them, 870-857-6788. That's Farm Bureau Insurance. Wishing the Bobcats the best of luck.
One of the most humble and smartest men that I know, Mr. John Seelig. I want to say thank you to him and his company, Civil Engineering Associates, that he works for there in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and also a branch in Poplar Bluff, Missouri as well. John's been great to us here at CSR. His company has sponsored us every year, and we can't say thank you enough. Hey, if you need to get a hold of them, though, 870-972-5316 out of Jonesboro, or maybe a little bit closer, maybe you're in the Boot Hill, you want to call the Poplar Bluff branch, 573-686-2488. That's Civil Engineering Associates. Want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. Let's get up for Carter Cox Seeds out of Noble, Arkansas, and our good buddy Michael Smith out of Corning, Arkansas, for their great
Stadium. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Bobcat Stadium. Got the senior day action on tap. Looks like the Corning Bobcats are going to be taking on Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds. Looks like Seth Smith is going to be leading it off on the mound for Corning. You got TJ Small behind the plate, McMasters at first, Sheard playing second, George at short, Price at third, Jet in left, right and center, and Russell out and right. First pitch to Solons, number 10, is down the left field line for a foul ball. Going to put him in the count 0-1 here early on. Again, the senior day ceremony was earlier. We got that on the live stream there. Seniors, number 12, Seth Smith, number 13, Reed McMasters. Probably see a little bit of pitching from both of them today if I had to guess. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit to behind first base. McMasters is under, and it's actually the second baseman, Sheard, Rex Sheard, that's going to field that for the first out of the inning. So, number 10, Solons flies out to first base, behind first base for the first out of the inning. Going to bring up 0-0 here. First pitch, strike one. So great start here for Smith on the mound for the Bobcats. Second pitch took for ball. It's going to even the count 1-1 here. One out in the inning. Again, like I said, senior day ceremony. We want to thank the seniors, Seth Smith and Reed McMasters. That's hit to third, and that is caught at the hot corner there. That's TJ Price. Or not there, not TJ Price. That's Ty Price. down at third at that hot corner. Sorry, got TJ and Ty mixed up there. You got TJ Small behind the plate. Ty Price with the great catch at the hot corner there for the second out. So 2 outs here for Smith in the first. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. So 2 quick outs in the top of the first here. Bobcats met the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds on March 10th and lost 4-11 in that game. That was only our second game in the season. That was an early loss. Second pitch is outside ball 2. Here comes a 2-0 pitch from Smith. That's going to be popped up. Looks like it's right to Smith at the mound. That's caught for the third out. So Smith gets out of the inning 1-2-3 there. Going to be going into the bottom of the first. Bobcats coming up to bat when we come back.
Rice, wheat, corn, and Milo seed. Get a hold of them. 870-259-3231. Thank you, Michael Smith. Thank you, Carter Cox Seeds. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. Next sponsor up, that would be B&B Well Drilling out of Peach Orchard, Arkansas. And the folks that own that, Mr. Brian Bass and Lisa Bass. Thank you so much, Brian. Good friend of mine and always been good to me, and I appreciate him. And good athlete back in the day as well. Hey, for all your well drilling needs, get a hold of this man right here, 870-215-3808. Again, that's Brian Bass with B&B Well Drilling out of Peach Orchard, Arkansas, 870-215-3808. Want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Next up on the sponsor slideshow is K-Ron Farms out of Success, Arkansas. Hey, you want some genuine people who genuinely care about Corning athletics and the Corning Bobcats? These folks right here, Keith and Rhonda Turner, we want to say thank you guys so much. Several years in a row now they have sponsored us out of Success, Arkansas, and we certainly do appreciate it. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Nutrient Ag Solutions. Nutrient Ag offers a wide variety of services to help out their clients in the agricultural sector, and you can find them online at nutrientagsolutions.com. And more locally here, we love our man James Varvel. Big thank you not only for what you do here with us at CSR with the sponsorship and Nutrient Ag Solutions, you always spearhead that, but all the volunteer work, the time that you put into different programs in the city of Corning and the athletics. James, we appreciate you, buddy. Nutrient Ag Solutions, go Bobcats. How about Wiedemann Farms in Corning, Arkansas? I want to say thank you to Larry and Miss Mary Wiedemann and for all they do for us here at CSR. They've sponsored us since day one and have not wavered. They've been there through and through. You can find them at 561 County Road 131 there in Corning. And I know Miss Mary, I can't find a bigger Razorback fan than me or a Bobcat fan, maybe in the whole town, than Miss Mary. I want to say thank you to both of you guys for your unwavering support. And they want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. And another repeat sponsor here, Miss Carrie Russum Qureshi with Qureshi Law Firm and Wealth Management.
Okay, folks, we're back here in the bottom of the second. Bobcats had a strong top of the first inning. Got the Greyhounds down 1-2-3. Looks like number 1 here. I want to say that's Jackson Jett coming up to bat for the Bobcats. That's going to be hit too short. Shortstop's going to miss it there. So that's going to get through. Again, that was number 1. That's Jackson Jett, and that's a throwing error. Jett's going to move up to second on the throwing error. So just like that, Jackson Jett's on second. Bobcats got a chance to score a runner. Second hitter, Jagger George, coming up to the plate. So again, like I said, Bobcats met these Greyhounds earlier on in the year, lost 11-4. First pitch to George, that's hit to short. He fields that one. Long throw to first. That's the first out. Throws over to third. Jett's going to be safe at third. So Jagger George hits it to shortstop there. and Fields gets to the shortstop there for the first out of the inning at first. Looks like you got number 5, Rorix, on the mound. Looks like you got Wall behind the plate, Hill at first, Matthews at second, Dean at short, Wall at third, Murphy in left, Solons in center, Bell in right for the defense for these Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds. First pitch ball there to Rex Sherd. Number 3 hole hitter. Runner on third. That's popped up out of play behind us here down the third baseline. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Rex Sherd. Strike 2. Puts him down in the count 1-2. Still only 1 out. You got Jet out there on third base. Bobcats got a chance of scoring 1 here in this inning. Second pitch to Rex Sherd. Strike 3. So Rorix picks up the strikeout there for the second out of the inning. Looks like it's going to bring up, I want to say that's Ty Price, number 15, coming up to bat. He's going to hit it to short. That's going to get through. That's going to go down as an RBI single for Price. Bobcats up early here, 1-0. Just like that, Bobcats got the lead here in the first. So Ty Price picks up the RBI single. First pitch, that's to Reed McMasters. That's hit to center. That's going to get down. Price is around second. Price going around third. Price is headed home. Looks like McMasters is going to hold at second. Price scores. So that's going to go down as an RBI double for McMasters. First thing early on there for McMasters, that's senior Reed McMasters. Now you got senior Seth Smith coming up to bat. First pitch, a strike. Pitch is outside, took for ball 1. So Smith is even in the count here, 1-1. Got Reed McMasters out there on second. Bobcats have scored 2 in the inning. That's hit right back where it came from. Looks like Smith's going to pick up the RBI single. McMasters is coming home, throw home. He's going to score. Smith is going to get to second there on the throw home. So Seth Smith picks up an RBI double there. Just like that, Bobcats are up 3-0. So Rorix just throwing strikes, and these Bobcats are hitting them. Rorix got 2 quick outs. Looks like number 2, that's Eli Wright coming to the plate. Got Smith out there on second. Another chance. First pitch is fouled back. Here's a second pitch to right. That looks like it's hit, fouled out of play. I see that deal there on the screen. I will try to get that fixed just as soon as this inning's over. That's hit to short. Shortstop fields it, long throw. Wright's a fast runner. He's safe. Runner's coming home. Here's the play at home. He's out. So Smith gets thrown out at home there for the third out of the inning. So Bobcats come out there in the bottom of the first and score 3. We're going to be going into the top of the second. I'm sure Seth Smith's going to be coming back out on the mound, folks. We will be back with the top of the second.
Over the years, they're helping families and small businesses owners protect their wealth and loved ones. You can get a hold of them at 870-275-4300. Again, that's 870-275-4304. I want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Thank you to Goodman Drug Company out of Corning, Arkansas. Yet again, a CSR sponsor, and we sure do appreciate Miss Kathy Goodman, the owner-operator there. Hey, Goodman Drug Company, serving Clay County since 2011. They are more than just a pharmacy. They are a family. As a locally owned independent pharmacy, they are able to provide their patients with the personalized healthcare experience they deserve. Get hold of them, 870-857-0551. Miss Kathy and everyone at Goodman Drug wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Thank you to the Oaks of NEA in Corning, Arkansas, and a good friend of mine right there, a classmate of mine from the class of 2006 here at Corning High School, Miss Lisa Bass. The Oaks of NEA is a beautiful outdoor wedding and event venue with a new indoor downtown location. Get a hold of them at 870-631-2279, a five-star company. You can find them downtown at 515 Southwest 2nd Street. That is Miss Lisa Bass and Brian Bass, the Oaks of NEA. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Yet again, the same name, same faces here, Jerry and Linda Turner for Jalen Farms. Thank you guys so much. You're always so nice to me. You've done this every year with us, and it means a lot to us, the support you give us here at Corning Sports Report. They don't ever care what we say about them or what it is. They just want to support us, and that means a lot. So let's give it up for Jalen Farms, Jerry and Linda Turner. They want to say, go, Cats, go.
Okay, folks, we're back here. Going to be going into the top of the second. Looks like number 30, Wall, is going to be leading it off for the Greyhounds here to start the inning. Bobcats come out there in the bottom of the third and scored 3 early on. First pitch is fouled out of play. So 0-1 count early on here to Wall. Seth Smith got a 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Let's see if he can come out here in the top of the second and do the same. That's a swinging strike. Good pitch there by Seth Smith. So Wall down in the count here, 0-2. 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. That's going to be ball one. So 1-2 count here to Wall, no outs. First batter here in the top of the second. Again, like I said, Smith went 1-2-3 in the first inning. Bobcats come out and scored 3 in the bottom of the first. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be took for ball 2. Going to even him up in the count here, 2-2 to Wall. Two pitch, real close. He took it. Ball 3. Really, really close pitch there by Seth Smith for ball 3. So here comes the 3-2 pitch to Wall. That's going to be hit down the left field line. I think that's going to get out of play, foul ball. So Wall stays alive here. 3-2 again. Going to set and retry it here. Everything stayed the same here defensively for the Bobcats here in the top of the second. Here comes a payoff pitch from Smith. That's swung on, hit to left. That gets down. Let's see. Wall's going to get into second. He's going to be safe. That was Jackson Jett, number 1, out there in the left that tried to get the dive and play. He was running in on it. It was kind of blooped out there to left field. So Wall picks up a leadoff double here for the Greyhounds. Looks like you're going to have number 24. I think that's Hill coming up to bat. Again, Wall leads it off with a double. Top of the second inning here, folks. That's number 24, a Hill. Here comes the first pitch from Smith. That's strike one. So 0-1 count here. Bobcats trying to keep the Greyhounds off the scoreboard. Let's see if Smith can get it done. Swinging strike two. This is what Smith done to the last batter, and then Wall worked his way back to the even count, and then he ended up hitting it out to left field for the double. Let's see if Seth Smith can work this one out a little bit better. Get it a swinging strike three. That's going to be cut on. That's hit to center. That drops. Center fielder's going to throw it into the cutoff man. Runner holds at third. So you're going to have runners on the corners here. No outs for the Greyhounds here in the top of the second. So no outs. Looks like the Greyhounds got a pretty good opportunity of at least scoring one. Looks like number 21, Murphy, is coming up for the Greyhounds. Looks like Hill's got a pretty good lead over there at first. Let's see if he thinks. Yeah, first pitch, he's running. Throw down to second base. Oh, he calls him safe. Really, really close play at second base. TJ Small, that was awful close. I'm in here and they're out there, though. TJ Small almost had the runner thrown out on the still at second base. Puts runners at third and second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's cut on by Murphy and missed. That's strike two. So no outs. Runners on third and second here for the Greyhounds. Smith worked his way into a little bit of trouble. Let's see if he can work his way out of it. Strike three, looking for the first out of the inning. Murphy goes down on called strike three. Looks like that's going to bring up number 44, Matthews. He's got a good opportunity of picking up at least one RBI, if not two here, to make this either a 3-1 game or a 3-2 game going into the bottom of the second. Let's see what he can get done. First pitch, that's cut on to left. That's caught. Runner's going to tag from third. He's going to be in. He was in standing, come across. The runner almost got hung up going in between second and third. He gets back to second safe there. So Matthews does pick up the sacrifice RBI. Wall tags from third and scores there. Going to put the Greyhounds up, or Greyhounds score one. Now they're only trailing by two here. Scores 3-1. So Hill remains out there on second. Here's the pitch from Smith. That's number 5 that was batting. That's Rorix, your pitcher. He pops it up to second for the third out of the inning. So Bobcats only give up one in the inning there. Good way for Seth Smith to work his way out of trouble. We're going to be going into the bottom of the second, folks, and we'll be back. Bobcats coming up to bat.
Looking to add a unique twist of excitement to your upcoming event? Well, look no further. Our foam party experience is the perfect way to create unforgettable memories, packed with laughter, dancing, and endless foam-filled fun. Get ready to elevate your celebration to a whole new level with this immersive experience. You can find our good buddy Jeremy and all the fine folks at NEA Foam Parties online at neafoamparties.com. That's neafoamparties.com, or find them on Facebook at NEA Foam Parties. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season.
Malone Custom Designs has a new spot downtown, and we'd love for you to come by. With our laser engraving machine, We do caps, knives, keychains, tumblers, stickers, decals, business cards, banners, and more. While you're here, consider booking a photography session in our new studio. Visit us at 421 Southwest 2nd Street in Corning, and let's make something special.
In 1973, this group of men and a few others played on a Bobcat football team that went undefeated in the regular season. We realized being a Bobcat was such a big part of our lives that on the 50th anniversary of that championship season, we got back together to renew the Bobcat bond we shared. This is Mike Vinson, certified public accountant. I was a member of that team. Bobcat sports have always been part of my life. Dad took us to football and basketball games all the time. He instilled in us a desire to be a Bobcat.
Okay, folks, we're back here. Bottom of the second. Looks like T.J. Small, number 5, is going to be leading us off. Smith gave up 1 run there in the top of the second. First pitch to Small's fouled back. Scores 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Bobcats scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Had some really, really good hitting. Second pitch to Smalls, cut on and missed, strike 2. Small down in the count here, 0-2. Rorick stays out there on the mound. That one's hit out to left. Looks like the left fielder's going to get under it. That's your first out of the inning. That's Murphy out there and left with the catch. So T.J. Small flies out to left field to start the bottom of the second. Looks like Bryson Murray's coming up to bat here. Looks like here comes the first pitch to Murray. Rorick can't field it. It's hit to second. Murray's hustling down the line. It looks like the throw's there. So that's going to be the second baseman Matthews there with the second out of the inning. Rorick has got 2 outs here early on. Looks like number 1, Jackson Jett's back up to bat. I think that's your leadoff hitter for the Bobcats here. There's the first pitch to Jett. That's hit to third. Third baseman fields it. Sorry there, folks. Got a little tongue twisted. Third baseman fields it, throws across the diamond for the third out. Bobcats go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. That was Wall down there at third base with the third and final out of the bottom of the second. We're going to be going into the top of the third. Bobcats still up 3-1 here. I would expect Smith will probably stay on the mound. Eventually, I would expect to see McMaster's pitch. Like I said, senior day here today. I want to give a big shout out to both Reed McMasters and Seth Smith, number 12, number 13. Not only do they love the game of baseball, but being a senior, you being the only 2 seniors on your team here, and you're 10-3 in the season. There's a lot of young guys that have looked up to these 2 all year long. We just want to say how much we appreciate these guys and wish them luck in their future. I know Seth Smith signed with Arkansas Southern University, I think, to shoot trap, which is a really, really good deal, really, really good achievement. Folks, we're going to go ahead and send it away to the sponsor video, and we will come back with the top of the third.
With another school year comes another opportunity for you and I to support the young men and women as they do their best in whatever sport they choose. Let them know how proud you are of them as they represent Corning by being a Bobcat. And a side note, for over 40 years, I've been assisting the good people of Corning and the surrounding area, many of them accounting needs. If you need us, come see us on 2nd Street in downtown Corning. Finally, always and forever, go Bobcats.
Hey, a big shout out to Farm Service Incorporated here in Northeast Arkansas out of Corning and Noble. We appreciate them jumping on board with us here at Corning Sports Report. At Farm Service Inc., we strive to provide advanced agricultural technology with quality personalized service right here in Northeast Arkansas and Southeast Missouri. With our selection of brand name products and service technology, you can count on us to help your profits grow. They also want to mention they sell fertilizer, chemicals, seed, farm supplies, fuel, and offer custom application. Farm Service. Let's give it up for Leonard's Paintless Dent and Windshield Repair.
This is Eric Leonard's second year sponsors here at CSR. Call or text Eric for all of your automotive glass needs, rock chip repairs, windshield replacement.
Okay, folks, we're back here, top of the third. Greyhounds down by 2. Looks like everything's going to stay the same defensively. Seth Smith still out on the mound. Looks like number 4, Lewis, is going to be coming up to bat for the Greyhounds. Bobcats went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. Here we are in the top of the third. Lewis, first pitch. That's going to be took down low, ball 1. So really close, tight game here so far in the afternoon. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Lewis fouls it straight back. Gonna even up the count 1-1. Looks like number 10 Solons is gonna be on deck for the Greyhounds. Second pitch is took for ball 2 there. So Lewis being really patient in this at bat. 2-1 count. There's the pitch. That's hit to left field. That's going to be a foul ball down there. And I see that Dill has got back in the way. I may have to get a pair of scissors here in a minute and just cut that off the fence real quick if I can. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Lewis. That's going to be in the dirt low. So here comes the 3-2 pitch to Lewis. That's fouled straight back, out of play. Reset, another payoff pitch. That's cut on and missed. Strike 3. So Lewis goes down on strikes. I know that it's a zip tie is what it is, folks, there on the fence that keeps getting in the way. Oh, first batter goes down on strike 3. First pitch to Solons is a strike. 1 out here in the top of the third so far. After giving up 1 run last inning, Smith is doing a really, really good job pitching here so far. That's going to be hit too short. Shortstop's going to field it. Throws across the diamond. That's your second out of the inning. That's Jagger George out there at short with the play. So 2 outs here in the top of the third. Smith looking really, really good on the mound so far. Looks like double zeros coming up to bat. That's a wall for the Greyhounds. I think this is where it all kind of started from last time. First pitch is popped straight up. Can't tell who's going to get it. Looks like the center fielder called for it. Ends up, or the second baseman, I think. That was Rex Sheard, number 7. He ended up calling everybody off, and then he misses it. So Wall reaches on the air there by the second baseman. So an error there by Sheard at second on the drop catch. Puts Wall on first. First pitch took by number 40. That's Dean for strike 1. So Bobcats should have had the third out. The last batter there. Seth Smith's got to face another one. He picks off at first. Runners back easily. So you got Wall on first here. Dean at the plate. Down in the count 0-1, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That looks like it's fouled up. I think it's going to get out of play, and it does. That's going to put Dean down in the count 0-2. So, again, something I will say, these Greyhounds have been really patient in their at-bats here today. Looks like Smith has 36 pitches so far. That's going to be hit out to left center. That's going to drop in between the left and center fielder. So Dean's going to reach on the single out to left center. Going to have runners on second and third. Like I said, this is kind of where it all started for them in the top of the second last inning. It started with Wall out there on second. Now you got Dean at first. 2 outs here in the inning. Seth Smith just needs to get one more out to get out of it. First pitch took for a strike. So we got to have brothers because we got Wall number 30 up to bat, and we got Wall on second base and Dean at first. That's going to be cut on, fouled back, put him down in the count 0-1, or 0-2, my bad. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be hit out to left field. That's awfully deep. That gets down. One run's going to score. The other runner's going to hold at third. So 1 run scores there on the RBI double to left by Wall. So that's going to draw the score to 3-2. So you're going to have runners on second and third. Still 2 outs here in the top of the third. That pitch looked almost got away. Good job by Small to corral it there. Keep it from getting behind him. So it looks like you got Dean on third, Wall on second. Greyhounds have picked up 2 in the inning. Looks like Hill's batting number 24 here. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That's going to be cut on and missed. Draw the count even, 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Awfully close. Something calls it outside, ball 2. So again, Greyhounds have scored 1. In the inning, scores 3-2 here. Bobcats scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Been kept quiet ever since. That's hit to second. Second baseman bobbles it a little bit. Runner's going to be safe at first. The other runner's coming home. McMaster's kind of bobbled it a little bit. So 2 runs score. So Dean and Wall score there on the error at second base. That's Rex Sheridan. I would say that'd be his second error there. He couldn't field it cleanly. He bobbled it there. Looks like number 21 Murphy's going to be coming up to bat. So Greyhounds get the lead 4-3 here in the top of the third. First pitch cut on and missed, strike 1. So it looks like time has been called. There was a baseball out in the left. I think it come in over the fence out there. So everybody's going to reset here for a minute. You got Murphy up to bat. 0-1's the count. You got Hill down at first base. Smith picks off to first. Runner back easily Counts 0-1 here. Seth Smith got 2 quick outs here in the top of the third, and it's become a really long inning. Greyhounds have took the lead 4-3 here. Seth Smith just trying to work his way out of this inning. Thought the runner might take off from first. Small looks him back. That's Hill down there at first base. Counts even 1-1. There comes a pitch. That's cut on and missed. Strike 2 to Murphy. He's 0-1 on the day. Runner's going to take off to second. Throw down from Small was there. Runner's going to be in safe. So draws the count even to Murphy, 2-2. Hill takes second base there. Credit him with the steal. Here comes the pitch to Murphy. That's fouled. Or no, he did not foul it. I thought I heard him foul it. Either way, strike 3. That's your third out of the inning, folks. So a long top of the third. Greyhounds grab the lead 4-3. We're going to send it to the sponsor video, and I'm going to see if I can't get that zip tie out of our way.
Areas. So call or text Eric today at 870-323-0141. Eric wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. He says, go Bobcats, go.
Clay County Connect is powered by Clay County Electric, bringing high-speed internet to rural communities in northeast Arkansas.
We chose Clay County Connect for our internet service. Number 1, it's fiber to the house. Number 2, the great local service they provide. We still have local service people right here in our community servicing us when we have trouble. Plus, we have a local office we can walk into anytime and talk to people from our area.
For more information, give us a call at 870-202-1990.
Hey, how about this? A new sponsor with us here at CSR, my classmate Rocky Haynes and Palma Academy. Hey, Palma Academy is a big deal here. Now, they're providing ABA therapy and NEA to individuals diagnosed with autism under 21 years of age. They believe rural families should have the same access to high-quality ABA therapy as families living near major research universities. Owned and operated by a doctoral level behavioral analyst with a combined 50 years of experience. So much more we could talk about. But instead, how about give them a call? Give Rocky a call, in fact. 870-565-9776. That's 870-565-9776. Palma Academy, which will wish the Bobcats the best of luck.
Midwest.
Okay, folks, we're back here in the bottom of the third. Looks like number 10, Jagger George, is going to be leading it off for the Bobcats here. Pretty sure number 5, Rorix, is going to stay on the mound for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds took the lead in that last inning. Bobcats need to try to get something going here with the bats, fast and in a hurry. Second pitch to George is took for a strike. 1-1 pitch to George. That's hit down the left field line. I think it's going to get out of play, and it does. Foul ball. So not a bad cut there by George. Just needs to try and straighten it up a little bit and line it out. If he can straighten that thing and line it out, it would be a good hit. Again, 4-3 is the score here. George is going to foul that one down the right field line. It's a good job by George to stay alive. Count is 1-2 here in the bottom of the third. Again, Greyhounds took the lead in that last inning. That's hit out to left. The left fielder is going to get the running catch. That's Murphy. So George flies out to left field there for the first out of the bottom of the third. Looks like number 7, Rex Sherd's going to be coming up to bat. Now Rex Sherd can definitely get some offense fire going here. So Rex Sheridan's going to step in the plate here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch is took for a ball. That's going to be fouled straight back. Now to play. So 1-1 here to Sherd. Here comes the pitch. That's cut on and missed. Strike 2. Rorix is not playing around on the mound. This is accurate. I'm showing that he's only through 23 pitches. That would have been pitch 24 right there, and that's took for ball 2. So Sherd draws even in the count here, 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit. I think it's going to get out of play, and it does. We're going to reset and do it again. So Sherd staying patient in the at-bat here, trying to find one he likes. Here's the payoff pitch. That's hit out to right field. Right fielder looks like he's got a beat on it. That's caught. That's your 2nd out of the inning. That is Bale out in right field there. So Sherd flies out to right. Going to bring up number 15, Ty Price. So Bobcats got 2 outs here quick in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch is took by Price, strike 1. That one's going to be inside. It almost looked like a slider from where I'm sitting. It was definitely a breaking pitch, off-speed pitch. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Price. That's hit too short. Shortstop's going to field and throw. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So Bobcats go down 1-2-3 there in the bottom of the 3rd. Greyhounds lead it 4-3. We're going to be going into the top of the 4th. Looks like when we go into the bottom of the 4th, looks like Reed McMasters will lead it off for the Bobcats, but got to get through these Greyhounds first. We'll see if Smith stays on the mound here, and we'll be back with the top of the 4th.
When it was established at 301 West 1st Street by Thomas and Bernice George, Midwest has and continues to serve the citizens of Corning and surrounding communities with the dependable parts and service. From auto parts and paint, hydraulic hoses, heavy-duty truck, farm tractor, and power unit parts, Midwest probably has what you need. From 5 generations of former and current Bobcats, Midwest Auto Parts says, go Bobcats. Get a hold of them, 870-857-3084. Let's give a big thank you to Kate Pharmacy out of Corning, Arkansas, multiple time sponsor here with the Corning Sports Report. Located right here off of 500 North Missouri Avenue in Corning, their pharmacy provides a number of services, including free delivery inside the city limits, very short wait times, compliance packaging options, a convenient drive-through, 24 hours, prescription services, vaccinations, diabetic shoes, and many, many more. Get hold of them at 870-857-6766. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. Kate Pharmacy.
Another familiar face on our CSR slideshow, and that's Jim's Tire and Auto out of Corning, Arkansas. In fact, they're at 500 West Elm in Corning, Arkansas, and I always mention it every year. They do a little bit of everything. You ready? Alignments, new and used tires, all oil brands, service job, brake job, tractor/truck flats, batteries. We're not done. Still more to come. Road service, mufflers, record service. That's just what the Veneta family. That's what they do. 870-857-6266. That is their phone number. Also a towing number at 870-857-6871. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 to 6, and they want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. Excited about our new CSR sponsor. That is Shine Pediatric Therapy. We appreciate Miss Amber Gifford the speech therapist, and Miss Jordan Thompson, the occupational therapist. Those two have been providing local children with therapy services, forget this, over a decade now. Extremely impressive. And speaking of impressive, these two have teamed up. In fact, Shine Pediatric Therapy services with a team of locally staffed therapists to provide pediatric therapy to our community. Those girls at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You got to surround yourself with good people, and those two right there have. Hey, contact Amber at 870-926-5420 or Jordan 870-637-4949. Shine Pediatric Therapy wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck.
How about my friend Matt Anders, a Corning High School alumni, and he's working with the Baker Implement Company now. They were established in 1938. How about that? They jumped on board with us here for the second year in a row. We sure appreciate Matt and all the fine folks there. Listen, 13 locations to serve you. Matt works there at Kennett, but they have 13 of them throughout Arkansas and Missouri. They're your local Case IH dealer. Get a hold of Matt and the fine folks there at Kennett at 573-888-40. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season.
Another new sponsor with us this year, and that's the...
Okay, folks, I apologize about that. We're here in the top of the fourth. The iPad got hot on me and would not let me into it. So Greyhounds already got a runner on the corners, third and first here. Again, sorry, folks. Like I said, that one's hit out to left. Looks like the Greyhounds are going to get a good, already score a run. Runner's going to tag at third. So that's one. And he's going to get an RBI double. He's going to hold at second there. So Greyhound's going to be up 5-3 here, I'm pretty sure. Again, folks, like I said, I want to apologize about that. There was an equipment issue. There wasn't nothing I could do about it. I was trying to get us back here in the top of the fourth. Just could not. That's hit down the third quarter. Or down to the hot corner. That's Ty Price. Another overthrow. Good job by Reed McMasters to corral it. Runner's going to be safe. I think just to be safe here the rest of the game, we're going to try to hold off from going to the ad video. And in between innings, I will just mute my audio. That way that does not happen and we don't miss anything else. Looks like Greyhounds are gonna have runners on the corners again here. Only one out in the inning. No, that's going to be runners on first and second here for the Greyhounds. That is my bad. There's the pitch from Smith to 0-0 Wall. And that is going to be out of play down the right field line. So again, Greyhounds lead it here 5-3. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Wall. Runners on second and first. It looks like it's going to be popped up to right field. Right fielder's under it. Makes the catch. Runner's going to hold at second. So that's 2 outs here in the inning. In the top of the fourth inning here, Greyhounds have scored 1. Looks like number 40 is going to be coming up to bat. Greyhounds still going to have runners on second and first. Here's the first pitch. Took for ball. That's number 40. That's Dean batting for the Greyhounds. Smith going to look off to first. Runner's back easy. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Cut on and miss, strike one. Again, there is 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Again, I apologize for missing the beginning of this inning. There was some technical difficulty issues with some equipment that I couldn't help. 1-1 pitch is popped up. It's popped up to second. That's Sherrod out there at second base. He makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, folks. So Greyhounds do score 1 in the inning. Looks like Bobcats will be coming up to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Pretty sure Reed McMasters will lead it off for us. They're down 5-3 here. Bobcats going to have to get something going with the bats. I think just to be on the safe side here, we're just going to keep it here. I'll mute the audio, and we will, as soon as the bottom of the 4th is back, I will be back. Okay, folks, we're going to be back here in the bottom of the 4th. Senior Reed McMasters leading it off. Again, it was senior day. Senior ceremony was before first pitch. First pitch to McMasters is cut on and missed. It looks like number 5, Rorix, is going to stay on the mound. Here comes the second pitch to McMasters. Cut on and missed again. So McMasters down in the count 0-2 early on. Here's the 0-2 pitch to McMasters. That's fouled on, or cut on and fouled down the third baseline. Foul ball. Looks like number 12, Seth Smith, will be on deck. Here's another 0-2 pitch to McMasters. That one's high and outside. Took for ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's outside, ball 2. One-two pitch is, or 2-2 pitch was cut on and hit out to right field. It cut in the middle between the first baseman and the second baseman. So McMasters reaches on a line drive single, brings up number 12. Looks like Seth Smith. So Bobcats got something cooking here in the bottom of the 3rd, down by 2 runs. No outs here. McMasters gets his lead, gonna hold. Looks like Smith's gonna hit it out to left center. Center fielder calls off the left fielder. Center fielder makes the catch. That's Solon's number 10 out in center. So Smith flies out to center for the first out of the inning. Reed McMasters holds it first. Going to bring up number 2, Eli Wright, for the Bobcats. So still only 1 out. McMasters gets his lead. Here's the first pitch to Wright. That's outside. Throw down to first base. McMasters will be back in safe. So they're making sure to keep McMasters close down there at first base. Again, bottom of the 4th, only 1 out. Eli Wright up to bat. 1-0 count. Here comes a pitch from Rorix. That's going to be inside ball 2. So Wright ahead in the count here, 2-0. McMaster's still on first. That pitch is inside. Almost got him. So 3-0 count to Wright here. Rorick says he wants a different ball. So Rorick's going to get on the mound here. I'm showing he's through 43 pitches through 3.5 innings so far. 3-0 pitch, took for strike 1. McMaster's still down there on first base. Again, very tight, close ball game here. Greyhounds only lead it by 2. 3-1 pitch is took down low and away, ball 4. So McMasters is going to move to second. Wright is going to reach first on the walk. It's going to bring up number 5, TJ Small, up to bat. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Bobcats got a good chance to at least score 1, if not 2. You need to get a good hit. First pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. I know my little boy at home is probably watching as well as my wife. I want to give a big shout out to Presley at home. He always watches me when I come and commentate. I just want to say I love you, Bubby, and I hope you had a good day. Second pitch too small is took for strike 1 there. Draws the count even, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Puts the count at 1-2 here to Small. Strike 3, Smalls goes down looking on the breaking ball or off-speed pitch. Rorix gets the second out of the inning there on the strikeout. I want to say that's going to bring up number 8, Bryson Murray. So Bobcats got a runner on second and third, 2 outs in the inning. So pitcher wants to talk with his catcher for a second. So Murray's going to step in the box and get set. McMaster's on that pitch was hit right back to the pitcher. And that's your third out of the inning. So Bobcats strand 2. Strand McMasters on second, right on first there in the bottom of the 4th. We're going to be going into the top of the 5th. Bobcats trail by 2 here. Again, folks, I'm just going to go ahead and stay here. I don't want to mess around and miss another batter or 2 batting with the equipment. I want to say, I'm just trying to think here. I can look, trying to think of some things that we may have going on in the community. I want to say, I think, yes, that's right. Hop Alley Rally is May 10th at 9 a.m. It starts with the Kinder family, I'm pretty sure, is what they is their name. I gotta try to think here fully. I know the Hop Alley Rally is May 10th, so that is something to look forward to in the Corning community. Yeah, it starts off with Brian and Terry Kinder at 9 a.m. Then you got Ozark Rivera at 10 a.m., Canyon Creek at 12 p.m., and then Colton, Ladyman, and Black River Rising at 2 p.m. Shows to have live music, food trucks, craft vendors, kids, activities, and more. Says plus enjoy fun inflatable games and a bubbly foam party from 12 to 2. Don't miss out. That's May 10th at May 10th, 2nd Street, downtown Corning, Hop Alley Rally. That's 18 days away, folks. So it looks like we are going to have a pitching change. And like I've been saying all day, I figured that McMasters was going to come in. I'm going to step out there and fix that phone real quick. And okay, folks, so again, it looks like McMasters just took over on the mound. Looks like the only thing that's changed defensively is Seth Smith goes to first. McMasters takes over on the mound. First pitch to number 30, Wall, is a strike. Looks like he is 2 for 2 on the day here. Second pitch, strike one. McMasters coming out of the gate here strong. First 2 pitches are a strike. Again, Bobcats only trail by 2 here in the top of the 5th. Batter's going to call time. He's going to step in the plate and get ready. McMasters is going to get on the mound and get set. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from McMasters. That's going to be hit down the third base line. That's a fair ball. So Wall's going to be standing on the double. So Greyhounds lead it off there with a leadoff double down the third baseline. That ball was absolutely smoked. Looks like number 24, Hill, will be coming up for the Greyhounds. So McMasters had that first batter down in the count 0-2. Throws him a high heater, and he smoked it down the third baseline. So McMasters is going to move to the stretch. First pitch is fouled on and missed. So Wall leads off the top of the 5th with the double. Hill down in the count here, 0-1, still 0 outs. McMasters did take over on the mound here. Second pitch took for ball 2. Or no, ball 1 there. Sorry, my bad. Second pitch, ball 1, even in the count, 1-1. That's going to be popped up. I think someone's going to have a play on it. That's the catcher. Oh, Price and Small kind of had a little bit of a rundown there. So, Small and Price has a little bit of a miscommunication there. That should have been caught for an out. Either way, we're going to reset. Hill's going to get to try again. 1-2 count to Hill here. No outs. Wall's out there on second. So McMasters gets set. Here's the pitch. That's hit down the left field line. I think that one's going to be out of play as well. Foul ball. So Hill doing a great job here to stay alive. Working McMasters here in the inning. Again, like I said, everything stayed the same defensively. The only thing that changed was the pitching change. McMasters come to the mound. Smith went to first. That's the only thing that had changed defensively. So that's strike 3. Hill goes down looking on the curveball. So first out of the inning for McMasters is a strikeout. Going to bring up number 21, Murphy, for the Greyhounds. Again, Greyhounds still got that runner out there on second base. Here comes the first pitch to Murphy. That's cut on and missed, strike 1. That one's cut on and missed by Murphy, strike 2. Reed had him chasing a little bit there. Bobcats need to try to get out of the top of the 5th here without giving up a run. Only down 2. Third pitch from McMasters just took for a ball. It's going to put the count at 1-2 on Murphy here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from McMasters. Cut on and missed, strike 3. That's a drop, third strike. So Smalls is going to have to throw to first. So runner is going to reach first on the drop, third strike there. So Murphy reaches first on the drop, third strike. Wall moves up to third, brings up number 44, Matthews. Still only 1 out here in the inning for the Greyhounds. So they've got a good opportunity to push their lead up to 3. Or they'll be up by 3 runs, 6-3. Let's see if Matthews can pick up the base hit here. It'd be nice if the Bobcats could turn a double play. Pickoff move to first, runners back easily. That surprised me. Murphy did not have a big lead over there at first base. McMasters picked off to him anyhow. Again, he's got just a little average size lead. Matthews steps in the box. Here's the first pitch from McMasters. That's going to be down and away, ball 1. Matthews going to step back in the plate and get set. Here's the 1-0 pitch from McMasters. That's hit right back up to him. That's going to be fielded by the second baseman. He's going to throw over to first. They're going to get the out at first. So that's your second out of the inning. Wall is going to come in and score, though. That's going to put the score 6-3. So Matthews does what needs to be done there and gets the RBI. Looks like number 5, Rorix, is going to come up to bat. So you're going to have 2 outs here. Murphy out on second, Rorix up to bat. That one's going to be fouled back. So again, Greyhounds got a 3-0 lead here. Or not a 3-0 lead. Greyhounds got a 3-run lead. 6-3 here in the top of the 5th. Bobcats are going to have a couple more cracks with the bats to try to get something going. That pitch is going to be outside and took for ball 1. That's going to be hit out to left field, and that's going to get over the left fielder's head. So that drops out in left. 1 run's going to score. That was Jackson Jett out in left field. So that's going to draw the score 7-3. So Rorix gets an RBI double to a hit to left field. Looks like you're going to have number 4, Lewis, coming up to bat. Bobcats only need 1 out to get out of this inning here in the top of the 5th. Again, this is number 4, Lewis, coming up to bat for the Greyhounds. Gets set. Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be took high for a ball. That one's outside. So Lewis ahead in the count here early, 2-0. Got Rorix out there on second. Again, 2 outs in the inning. Bobcats only need 1 out to get out of the top of the 5th here. Third pitch is outside and away. Lewis is going to be 3-0 in the count. Figure 3-0, you got to let it go here. I figure this will be a take pitch. No, he did not take. He cut on it and missed. That's strike 1. So 3-1 is the count here to Lewis. Last thing you want to see is McMasters give up a walk here. That's cut on and missed. Strike 2. Going to draw the count even, 3-2. McMasters has got a really, really good chance to get out of this inning, only giving up 2 runs in the inning. That's cut on and missed. That's strike 3. So McMasters gets out of the top of the 5th there, only giving up 2 runs, I'm pretty sure. So I've got score 7-3 here. We're going to be going into the bottom of the 5th. I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio. We're going to stay right here, folks. Bobcats coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Need to get something going with the bats. Okay, folks, we're going to be back here, bottom of the 5th. Looks like number 1, Jackson Jett's going to lead it off for the Bobcats. Looks like number 5, Rorix, is going to stay out there on the mound for the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds. Here comes the first pitch. It's took for strike 1. So Jackson Jett takes the first pitch. Second pitch is hit out to center. Center fielder coming in on it, and that's going to drop. He's going to be headed into second. There's going to be a play at second base. Looks like Jett's going to be in there safe. So Jackson Jett leads the Bobcats off with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 5th. Going to bring up number 10, Jagger George. Great way to try to get something going. 3-7 is the score here. Bobcats gave up 2 runs the last inning. Really needed to try to save from giving up those runs. Either way, first pitch to George is took for a strike 1. Bobcats need to try to get the bats rolling. Played a couple runs across the plate here. 0-1 pitch to George. It's going to be outside, ball 1. So Jett gets his lead at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jett. That's hit down the first base line. That's going to be out of play. So George is going to go down in the count 1-2 here. Again, Jett led off this inning with the leadoff double. Great job by Jackson Jett. Try to get the bats rolling. 1-2 pitch to George. That's hit out to left. Looks like the left fielder's under it, and that's going to he's going to catch it for your first out. So George flies out to left field. It's going to bring up number 7. That's Rex Sherd. Again, Jackson Jett still out there on second base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 7-3 is the score. First pitch to Sherd's hit out to center. Center fielder looks like he's underneath it, and he catches it. So that's out number 2. So Rorix has got 2 quick outs. 1 fly out to left, the other one to center. Going to bring up number 15, Ty Price. I want to mention Ty Price does have 1 home run on the season, so he's definitely got some pop in his bat here. Let's see if he can maybe hit another one, pick up number 2. We will see. First pitch to Price is took for ball 1 high. That's in there, strike 1. That's a little bit of an off-speed pitch. So 1-1 count here to Price. That pitch is outside ball 2. So Coach calls time here for a minute. He's going to go out and have a talk with Rorix, showing Rorix at 60 pitches here. May see a pitching change, not sure yet. Looks like that's going to end the day for Rorix. So Rorix done a phenomenal job pitching. Throws 60 pitches. We're going to see what switches up here for the Greyhounds. So again, like I said, Rorix is coming off the mound. Through 60 pitches, pitched a phenomenal game. Going to come out throwing through 4.5 innings. Trying to tell, that looks like number 10, Solons, is going to start pitching. For the Greyhounds. Again, he'll get his warm-up pitches here. Greyhounds do have 2 outs in the inning. And we'll have a runner on second. So relatively easy work here for Solons. Just needs to get 1 out. The count's already 2-1 on Price. So we'll see if Solons can get the 3rd out and send us to the top of the 6th. Well, Solons is getting ready out there on the mound again. Pitching change. Rorix pitched a phenomenal game through 60 pitches. He's going to come off the mound going through 4.5 innings. The count is 2-1 to Ty Price here. You got, I want to say that's Jackson Jett. Yes, Jackson Jett on second. Excuse me there. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Price. That's cut on and missed. Foul, or cut on and foul tip straight back. Foul ball, strike 2. So counts 2-2 here to Price. 2 outs in the inning. Got a runner on second. 7-3 the score. That's going to be ripped down the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Jett's going to score from second. It looks like Price is going to be standing up at second with the RBI double there. Puts the score 7-4. So Ty Price comes in and picks up a big RBI there to try to draw these Bobcats closer. Looks like Reed McMasters is coming up to bat. Got Seth Smith on deck. Both of our seniors today. It is senior day. I want to say congratulations to both these boys. First pitch to McMasters is outside ball 1. So Price is out there on second. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to McMasters. Thought about taking a hack at it. He ends up holding off. Strike 1 called. Going to draw the count even 1-1. Again, 2 outs here. Ty Price picked up a big RBI double there to score Jet from second. Let's see if McMasters can do the same thing. That's a foul ball. So McMasters is going to fall behind here, 1-2. Well, Bobcats draw back to only being down by 3. Here in the bottom of the 5th, here comes a 1-2 pitch from Solon's payoff pitch. That's hit out to left field. That gets down. Coach Kyle's going to send Price. Looks like Price is going to be in scoring. Left fielder bobbled it there for a minute, and that's going to put the score 7-5. Bobcats are only going to be down by 2 here in the bottom of the 5th, and you got senior number 12 Seth Smith coming up to bat. McMasters will be on first. So Bobcats are down, but they're definitely not out here. Love to see the aggressiveness and the fight from these boys. McMasters got an average size lead over there on first. First pitch is took for a ball. So great job by the Bobcats to pick up 2 runs here. Gave up 2 last inning. They've picked them back up right here, only down by 2. Second pitch is a strike. It fell in there. So pickoff move to first. Reed is in back safe. I heard the crowd kind of give a little bit of a booing reaction there. They thought Reed was out. Either way, umpire calls him back in there safe. So McMasters gets his lead. 1-1 count to Smith. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be fouled straight back. So 1-2 to Smith. McMasters is on first. That's going to be a high. Catcher's going to try to throw down to first. McMasters back easy. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Running on first base. Seth Smith is the batter. Comes a payoff pitch from Solons. Cut on and missed. That's strike 3. So Solons strikes out Smith there for the 3rd out. Gets out of the inning. So we're going to be going into the top of the 6th here, folks. Bobcats only down by 2. I figure McMasters will remain on the mound. Score is 7-5. I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio real quick. I'm not going to send it to the sponsor video. I want to stay here just in case this iPad does happen to get hot again. I want to be able to continue the action. So we're going to be coming into the top of the 6th. I can confirm Reed McMasters is going to be staying out on the mound. And I show that number 10 Solons is coming up to bat. He'd be 1 for 3 on the day. Folks, we'll be back top of the 6th. Okay, folks, we're back here, top of the 6th. It does look like number 10, Solons, is going to lead it off for the Greyhound. McMasters is going to remain out on the mound. Everything stays defensively this inning. Seth Smith moved over to first. McMasters on the mound. First pitch to Solons is strike one right down the middle. Bobcats picked up 2 that last inning. Drawed the score to 7-5, only down by 2. That one was ripped hard down the left field line for strike 2. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Solons. It's going to be ball 1. One, two's the count to Solons. Here comes the pitch from McMasters. They're going to say swung. It's going to get by. Small's going to throw down to first. It hits the runner. I see I ran into a little bit of a problem again. With that being on the screen, I will try to step out and get it just as soon as I can. So Solons reaches first on the drop, third strike. Going to bring up 0-0 Wall. First pitch, that's hit to right field. That's going to get down. Runner's going to hold at second. So you're going to have runners on second and first here. So runners on second and first. Here's the first pitch to number 40. That's Dean. That's going to be ball 1. Give the big shout out to Miss Shelly Smith there for helping me fix that camera. Should have went ahead and cut that zip tie down earlier, but I was afraid I didn't have time. 1-0 is the count here to Dean. No outs. Runners on second and first. Good job by Small to keep the ball in front of him there. Seven to 5 is the score here in the top of the 6th. Greyhounds pushing to score another one here. That pitch is going to get by Small. Runners are going to be moving to third and second. Both in there safe, so no outs with runners on third and second. With a 3-0 count to Dean. Let's see if McMasters can get a strike here. Here's the 3-0 count, or 3-0 pitch, and there's strike 1. It's one of them deals there, a 3-0, let it go. So McMasters into a little bit of trouble here. That one's going to be outside, ball 4, which is going to load the bases here with no outs. So I'm eager to see what happens on a hard hit ball in the infield. I'm eager to see if they throw it home to try to keep the score 2 runs, or what the Bobcats will do here. Either way, bases loaded, no outs. Brings up Wall. So it looks like we got Solons on third, Wall on second, Dean on first, and you got Wall up to bat. First pitch is in there for a strike. So this has got to be either brothers or cousins or something. Bases are juiced here for the Greyhounds. Score is 7-5 here in the top of the 6th. 0-1 pitch took for strike 2. Wall didn't like that call. Either way, he's down in the count 0-2 here now. Here comes a payoff pitch from McMasters. Strike 3. Wall goes down looking. McMasters picks up his first out of the inning. So big first out of the inning there for the Bobcats. They've got one out here. Bases are still loaded. Number 24, Hill's going to be coming up to bat. Big opportunity for the Greyhounds to blow it open, but a big opportunity for the Bobcats to get out of this inning without giving up a run. First pitch, that's popped up. It looks like it might be playable. Small behind the plate, could not get it. That's going to drop foul. Good effort by TJ Small. That's 2 balls that he showed really, really good effort. Almost had that one. I know it's hard whenever you're crouched down behind the plate and then you pop up like that. So Hill down in the count 0-1, steps out. He's going to step back in and get set. McMaster's set on the mound. Wall at second has a really, really huge lead. So did the runner at first. That's fouled down the first base line. Going to put Hill down in the count 0-2. McMaster's really working here. If he can get this strikeout, you can almost hope that he can get out of this inning without giving up a run. Maybe Bobcats come up in the bottom of the 6th and score it. We shall see. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Reed. That's fouled down the third baseline out of play. So Hill fouls 2 of them off back-to-back, doing a really, really good job fighting and staying alive here. Again, bases loaded, only 1 out. Let's see, here comes the payoff pitch from McMasters. That's going to be way high and outside. That was behind the batter there. Another great job by Small to corral that thing. If that thing gets by him, it almost, with this backstop, how deep it is, you almost guarantee it scores a run. Definitely with Solon's down there at 10, he's definitely got some speed. So 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Hill. That's hit out to left center. I think the left fielder, it's going to drop. So 1 run's going to score for sure. Going to put the score to 8-5 for the Greyhounds. That's number 1. That's Jackson Jett out and left. Could not make that catch. Going to bring up number 21, Murphy. So Wall moves to third. Dean moves to second. You got Hill on first. Number 21, Murphy, coming up to bat. Greyhounds just scored 1. Scores 8-5 here in the top of the 6th. First pitch outside. So Bobcats go back to being down by 3 runs. Really, really tight, close, competitive ball game here today. That pitch is cut on and missed by Murphy. Draws the count even, 1-1. One count. Here comes a pitch from McMasters. Strike 2. Looking. Again, bases are juiced here for the Greyhounds. Top of the 6th action. McMaster's trying to work his way out of this little deficit he's got himself in. That pitch is cut on and missed. Strike 3. Murphy goes down on the strikeout. So that's 2 outs in the inning. So McMaster's looking really good, only giving up a 1 so far. going to bring up number 44, Matthews. So Bobcats just need to get one out here and get to the bottom of the 6th and get the bats rolling. Maybe tie this thing up, come up in the bottom of the 7th and win it. We shall see. First pitch, down low. To Matthews. Wall on third, Dean on second, Hill to first. Matthews at the plate. 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. That's hit. He hit it, and it hit his ankle. Foul ball. So Matthews is going to walk it off for a second there. Give him a second to walk it off. So Matthews just going to walk down to third base, kind of walk that off. He fouled it off right off. Whenever he hit it, it went right off his ankle. Definitely know that. No, I definitely know from personal experience right there that one probably stung. So Matthews is even in the count here, 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. McMaster's on the mound for the Bobcats. That pitch is cut on and missed, strike 2. So McMaster's done a really good job with that pitch. Let's see if McMaster's can get 2 strikeouts in a row here. 1-2. Matthews is down in the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's cut on and missed, strike 3. So McMaster's gets out of the inning, only giving up 1. Only giving up 1 run there. Score is 8-5, folks. When we come back, Bobcats are going to be batting in the bottom of the 6th. We will be back.
Appreciate them, and I love this picture that Danielle sent. Love family photos in these ads. It's a BEA beautiful family, and I appreciate them sending that. Also, want to mention Danielle is an owner and stylist of Hair by Danielle, and her husband Chris is also a location manager and salesman at Legacy Equipment. Chris, Danielle, Rex, and Annalie all want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. That's the Shirt family. Hey, let's give it up for another sponsor that you see on here every single year, and that's Boschlicker Brothers Farms out of Corning, Arkansas. Big thank you to you guys yet again. That sponsorship from Steve and Julie Boschlicker and the family of Boschlicker Brother Farms. Hey, they want to give a shout out. Want to shout out to their grandkids. Hey, why not? Of course. They want to give a shout out to Rex. Hey, he's football, basketball, and a baseball player. Anna Lee, Pee Wee Bobcat cheerleader, and of course Parker. Can't forget Parker all the way from Farmington, Arkansas, who watches CSR. Gotta love that. That's Boschlicker Brothers Farms, and they want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. Go Bobcats. Hey, it's my buddy again, Huff Daddy, Mr. Mark Hufford, the plant manager there at Fritt Industries. I appreciate you, bud. I know you watch these, so thank you so much, and your company for sponsoring us yet again. Micronutrients, Pro Soil, Green Soil, do a little bit of everything over there in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. Get a hold of them at 870-886-2411. Mark, as always, wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. You can actually reach Mark at 334-733-7335. Fritt Industries. Got another new sponsor here with CSR, and that's Gigi's, the new restaurant here in Corning. Hey, you won't find a better family than the Harvey family right here. Wonderful, wonderful human beings. Gigi's is the hidden gem of Corning. The restaurant serves daily lunch specials throughout the week and handmade pizzas on the weekend. You can get a hold of them at 870-631-3404. That's 870-631-3404. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck.
When your equipment needs service, you can rest easy knowing Legacy Equipment will handle all the heavy lifting. Literally. Purchase a John Deere 1 through 4 Series tractor from Legacy Equipment and you'll receive free pickup and delivery for life. That's right. No trailer? No problem. With Legacy Equipment, you get the convenience of keeping your compact tractor in tip-top shape without having to lift a finger. Just one more way Legacy leads. Find out more at LegacyEquipment.com.
Okay, folks, we're back here. Bottom of the 6th. Looks like that's number 2. I want to say that's Eli Wright leading it off for the Bobcats. First pitch took for a strike. So bottom of the 6th, Bobcats down here by 3. That one's chopped down the third baseline foul. Count is 0-2 here to Wright. One and a half innings left here to play. Bottom of the 6th, Solon stays on the mound. That's hit to third base. Wright's got the speed. Third baseman feels it, throws over. That's your first out of the inning. So Wright is going to be the first out of the inning with a ground out to third base. Going to bring up number 5, your catcher for your Corning Bobcats, TJ Small. Small gets in and gets set. Solons gets his sign. Here comes the first pitch to Small. That's cut on and missed, strike 1. Looks like number 8, Bryson Murray, will be on deck behind Small here. I want to say that's our 7, 8, and 9 hitters. So if we go down 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 6th to lead off the bottom of the 7th, we should be back to the top of our lineup. Hopefully Bobcats can get the bats going, score a couple runs here. That pitch is a ball 2. Small gets back in the box here, gets set. Showing the count's 1-1 actually, so that was ball 1. 1-1's the count, 1 out. There's the pitch to Small. That's cut on and missed. That's strike 2. Solon's looking really good out there on the mound. That pitch is down in the dirt. That's a ball. We'll draw the count even, 2-2. Here to Small in the bottom of the 6th. Score is 8-5. There's the pitch to Small. That's going to be took high, ball 3. Evens up the count, or draws the count full, 3-2 here to Small. Here comes payoff pitch from Solons. That's fouled straight back. Small's going to get back in the box, reset here. Counts full, 1 out in the inning. Here comes the payoff pitch again. That one's cut on and missed. TJ Small definitely working the pitcher, staying alive in the count here. Well, we're going to have to reset and do the 3-2 again. So everybody resets. Counts full to Small. Here comes another pitch. He's fouled 2. Fouled 2 off back-to-back. That one's going to be behind him for ball 4. So Small draws the walk from Solon. Going to bring up number 8, Bryson Murray. So Small's going to be down there on first base. Murray's going to be up to the plate. Bobcats down by 3 here. 5-8 your score. Pickoff move to first. Runners back easy. A runner got his lead. He took a fairly average size lead over there. Murray takes first pitch inside. So Small's going to take his lead off at first. Murray, strike one swinging. So counts even here, 1-1 to Murray. Another pickoff move. Small's back at first safe. A 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch to Murray. That's hit to second. Looks like your second baseman's going to throw to second, then over to first. They're going to turn the double play. So Greyhounds get out of the inning there. Bryson Murray grounds out into the double play. So we're going to be going into the bottom of the seventh. Bobcats are going to be down by 3. Curious to see if Reed McMasters will stay on the mound or not. We'll go ahead and send it away to the sponsor video, and we'll be back with the top of the seventh.
While providing the quality service you expect, feel free to give him a call to discuss your insurance options today. That's Kirk Scobie at 870-857-3211. It's auto, it's home, it's life, but it's much more than that. Kirk wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the upcoming season. From all of us here at Corning Sports Report, we want to give a special shout out and a huge thank you to Miss Lisa Jett, Mr. Joe Jett, and the entire Jett family for being our primary sponsor this year at Corning Sports Report. These fine folks have done it all for the city, the high school, the athletic programs, and also us here at CSR. Always giving, always helping out in any way they can. We want to say thank you, and we're excited to watch those little ones grow up and future Bobcats. We cannot wait. Again, big thank you to Miss Lisa Jett and Joe Jett and the entire Jett family. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Hey, I'm not here doing these live streams. I'm at a full-time gig, and that job is Baldwin Chevrolet out of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Mark of Excellence Award winner, and I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. I've got 3 lots full of new and pre-owned inventory, and the majority of those vehicles are backed by a warranty at no charge to you. You can reach me, 501-413-9715, or you can shop online at baldwinautomotivegroup.com. And my little 6-year-old girl, Smalls, would like to end this by saying,
Please buy Rico from my dad.
thank you to Mr. Brett McMillan, your agent there with State Farm Insurance, in 2 locations, Corning, Arkansas and Pickett, Arkansas, for sponsoring us here at Corning Sports Report. Here to help life go right. We're your good neighbors at State Farm, providing you with the insurance and financial services you need. Get a hold of Brett and his staff at Corning at 870-857-3463 or at Pickett, 870-598-28.
Okay, folks, we're going to be back here top of the 7th inning. Looks like number 5, Rorix, is going to be leading it off for the Greyhounds. Score is 8-5. Looks like McMasters is going to stay out on the mound for the Corning Bobcats. Great. It's been a great, beautiful afternoon for baseball. That one's ripped to left field by Rorix. So first pitch swinging, Rorix is going to reach on a single to left. Just like that, Greyhounds got something working here for them in the top of the 7th as well. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So Rorix is going to reach first base on a hit to left. Going to bring up Lewis. That's number 44. Number 4. Runners going down to second. Throw was there. Runners in safe. Number 4. Lewis up to bat. Cuts on the first one and misses. So Rorix takes second base on the steal. And just like that, Greyhounds got a chance of scoring another run here. Got a runner in scoring position out there on second. That's hit to third. That's going to be a fair ball. Price is going to throw over to first. Seth Smith gets the out. Runner does move up to third there. Rorix held at second. That's good base running IQ. He held at second. Made sure Price was going to throw over to first before he took off to third. So 1 out there. It's going to bring up number 10. That's Solons. He's the pitcher for these Greyhounds. Or he relieved Rorix anyhow, so he's got a chance to help his own cause here. We'll see if he closes this game out in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch took for a ball. Been a really, really great game here this afternoon. That pitch is took for ball 2. Two 0 count Solons. Here's the pitch. That's outside ball 3. Three 0 pitch is high, ball 4. So Solons is going to reach on a 4-pitch walk there by McMaster. So runner's going to be on the corners here, 1 out. Looks like Coach Kyle is going to come out and have a talk. I'm showing McMaster's at 56 pitches. Excuse me. So we'll see if Coach Kyle is going to change arms here and see who he brings on the mound. Looks like he's going to have a little talk. We'll see what happens. So I think Ty Price, number 15, is going to take over on the mound. So Ty Price will take his warm-up pitches here. Not sure if McMasters will take over on third base or exactly how Coach Kyle will work this. We shall see. Either way, going to have runners on the corners, first and third. So it looks like McMasters is going to the outfield. Can't see who's coming in just yet. So I think Seth Smith is going to slide over to third. Ty Price will take over on the mound. Trying to see, I think that's number 3, Brady Russell, that come in from the outfield. It's really hard to see their numbers that far out. Either way, I think, let's see what they've done here. I think Smith's going to stay on first. McMaster's moved out to the outfield. So I think Rex Sherd took over on third. McMasters moves to right. Russell comes in from right to play second. Smith stays on first. You got Price on the mound. Runners on the corner. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, runner's going to steal. He's no throw down. So credit Solons there with the steal. It's going to be 0-0 Wall up to bat. So Rorix on third, Solons on second. Only 1 out here in the inning. 1-0 pitch from Price. That one's inside. Almost hit him. And that's foul tip. And that's going to be a foul ball. That'll put the count at 2-1 here. So 2-1 count here to Wall. Runners on third and second. Price took over on the mound. First at batter he's faced so far. That pitch is outside. Ball 3. The last thing you want to do here if you're Price is walk this guy and load the bases. Only down by 3 runs. Still got the bottom of the 7th. Got a chance to potentially win this thing. That's popped up. I think it's popped up to the first baseman, Seth Smith. Seth Smith catches it for the second out of the inning. Both runners hold at third and second. So great second out there by Ty Price to get Wall out on the pop out to first for the second out there. If Price can work his way out of this inning without giving up a run, Bobcats will come up, I think, with their leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th, and will have the opportunity or the chance to win this thing. Looks like Dean is going to come up to bat, number 40. That first pitch was down low. Good job by Small to keep it in front of him. That's foul tip back. Draws the count even. 1-1 to Dean. It's like number 30 Wall is on deck for the Greyhounds. Dude got an open base out there down at first. We shall see what happens. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch from Price. That one's down in the dirt low. Ball 2. That's going to be hit too short. Shortstop's going to make the play. Long throw going to bring Smith off the bag. Runner's coming home. Throw home is no good. So the runner's going from first to second. So Greyhounds score 2 there. So Rorix and Solon scores. Brings the score 10-5 on Dean's. Pretty much, it was a line drive to short. Shortstop was able to field it, just could not make the clean throw over to first base. So Wall's coming up to bat here with 2 outs. Showing the score 10-5. Bobcats down by 5 here. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Price. That's going to be down low, ball 2. That's cut on. Miss. Throw down to second base. Throw's going to get away out in the center. Runner will hold at second. He slid back into second. Second baseman can catch that ball and get the tag on him. He almost has him thrown out down there at second base. 2-1 count here to Wall. Here comes a pitch from Price. That's outside. Good job by Small to keep it in front of him. Price really having to work here. Here comes a 3-1 pitch from Price. That's strike 2. Wall thought he had ball 4. So Price draws the count even 3-2. Got a runner on second, 2 outs in the inning. This is going to be the payoff pitch for Price, and that is outside. That's ball 4. So Wall's going to reach first on the walk there. Going to bring up number 24, Hill. Bobcats down by 5. Will come up in the bottom of the 7th. Really need to keep this deficit where it's at. Only down by 5 runs. Definitely a tough comeback, but it is possible and it is doable. First pitch from Price is down low. Another phenomenal job by Small to keep it in front of him. We shall see how this plays out for the Bobcats. So 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's strike one to Hill. Greyhounds have scored 2 in this inning alone. One count. There's the pitch. It's going to be inside, ball 2. Counts 2-1 to Hill. Runner on first, runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Bobcats need to get this last out. That's going to be popped up behind second base. Looks like actually it was popped up too short. That's your shortstop that makes that catch. For your 3rd out of the inning, Bobcats are going to be coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Down by 5 runs. Got to at least score 5 to keep this game going. If they score 6, they'll walk it off and win it, folks. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th.
On the season. A big thank you to our new sponsor this year, Mr. Blake Johnson and Blake Johnson Farms. You see the family photo there. I always love these family photos for their sponsorship picks. Love that. Blake's been a good pal of ours for a while. Obviously a big supporter of not only the city of Corning Bobcat Athletics, but also us here at CSR. Blake Johnson Farms. Everyone at the staff there wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Energy Infusion Center, downtown Corning, Arkansas. Great friends of ours, and more importantly, great people in our community. That's Miss Debbie and Bud Hill, who have always supported us here at CSR, except this time with a little different twist. That's right, the Energy Infusion Center is such a unique place is the right word. Only 1 of 500 in the world. You heard that right. Only 1 of 500 in the world on the planet Earth, on our globe, and we've got one right here in God's country, Corning, Arkansas. Holds up to 12 people per night. Guys, that's a lot. Take your whole family if you want to. In fact, it's only $150 to spend those 12 hours overnight. How about that? That's cheaper than most hotels, guys. Plus, the important stuff, you're getting the healing factors that your body really needs. I love this idea. In fact, some of our Bobcat athletes that you are watching right now in this live stream went there to help heal their bodies after games. Downtown Corning, Arkansas, at Debbie Rose Massage, it is Energy Infusion Center. Reach them at 573-480-7819, and they're wishing the Bobcats the best of luck.
Okay, folks, we're back here in the bottom of the 7th. Looks like Jackson Jett is going to be our leadoff hitter. Bobcats are down by 5 here. This will be the last inning. Bobcats got to at least score 5 to keep the game going. Or if we somehow score 6, we'll walk it off. 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up to bat. It'd be Jackson Jett up to bat first with Jagger George on deck. So a little bit of confusion there to start off. Jackson Jett steps back in and gets ready. Looks like Solon's number 10 stays on the mound out there for the Greyhounds. First pitch cut on by Jett and missed. So again, like I said, Bobcats got to at least score 5 here and tie it up to keep this thing going. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Solons, and that's going to be inside and high, ball 1. Comes a 1-1 pitch to Jett. That's going to be chopped down the third baseline foul. So Jett's down in the count 1 and 2 here. Going to have to stay alive, get a base hit, do something. Like I said, Bobcats got their 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Got Jagger George on deck. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Jackson Jett. That's going to be hit to third base. That's a fair ball. So Jackson Jett's going to reach on the leadoff single. And just like that, Bobcats got something cooking here in the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Jett, leadoff single. Looks like Jagger George. Like I said, Jagger George was a leadoff hitter. These are your 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Couldn't ask for anything better coming into the bottom of the 7th being down. So Rex Sheard will be on deck after George here. Solon's going to pick off to first. Jackson Jett back in safe. That pitch was in the dirt, ball Catcher is going to throw down to first. Jackson Jet back in safe. So Solon's working out of the stretch here after Jet reaches on a line drive down the third baseline. That's going to be hit too short. Jet's moving to second. One at second. He's going to be safe at first. So George reaches first base on fielder's choice there. And this is going to bring up number 3 hole hitter, number 7, Rex Sherd. So Greyhounds got one out here. Again, this is the Bobcats' last opportunity. You're going to have to at least score 5 runs here in order to keep this game going, or if we was to score 6, we'd walk it off and win. Rex Sherd's going to step in the batter's box and get ready. George has got his lead over there at first. First pitch is in the dirt low. George stays at first base. Sherd gets back in the box. Someone's going to pick off. George back easy. So here comes a 1-0 pitch from Solons. That's going to be popped up. Looks like it's popped up right in front of second base. Your shortstop comes over and makes the catch. So Rex Sherd pops up to second with the shortstop making the catch. Going to bring up number 15, Ty Price. So Bobcats down to their last out with Jagger George on first. Scores 10-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. George gets his lead at first. Here comes the first pitch to Price. That's foul down the left field line right behind us pretty much. For strike 1. George gets his lead. Price in the box. There's the 0-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. Strike 2. Throw down to first. George back easy. Bobcats down to their last strike here. Ty Price batting. George on first. 0-2 is the count. Here comes a payoff pitch from Solons. That's going to be ball 1. Been trying to get that off-speed pitch working for him. Just can't seem to get the handle on it. No reset. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. So Price is going to draw the count even, 2-2 or 2-2. 2 outs, only 1 runner on. Bobcats down by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes a payoff pitch from Solons. That's foul, popped right back. I think it's going to be out of play, and it is. So we're going to have to reset and do it again here. Price fighting, staying alive. Like I said, Bobcats down to their last strike. Their final out here in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a tight, competitive game. Don't really see it on the scoreboard. Bobcats down by 5, but if you've been watching this game from the beginning, this has been a real competitive one. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Solons. That's going to be hit right back to him. He's going to field it and throw to first, and that is the 3rd out. And that is the ball game, folks. Sloan-Hendrix wins it here 10-5. Bobcats lose. I think that'll put them 10-4 as their overall record. Tough loss to Sloan-Hendrix. We lost to them earlier in the year, so that makes twice that Sloan-Hendrix has beat us. Again, it was senior day. We want to say congratulations to Reed McMasters and congratulations to Seth Smith on they'll be graduating this year. It was senior day, number 12, number 13. Want to give a big shout out to both them boys. Again, the final score was 10-5. Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds take it here, folks. We're going to go ahead and send it away to the sponsor video. I want to say our next stream is Thursday, the 24th, for some baseball. It'll be, I think we play Hillcrest if the weather will let us, folks. But as Andy Earls would always say, go Bobcats. God bless our troops.
Hey, we've got another familiar face on our CSR sponsorship video slideshow, and that is those young ladies right there in front of you at Hands On Learning LLC. Hands On Learning provides developmental, speech, physical, and occupational therapy to children of all ages. They even have clinics in locations such as Jonesboro, Paragould, Ash Flat, and of course, right here in good old Corning, Arkansas. You can go online at handsonlearningllc.com. Also find them on Facebook. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Sharon Denton with Image Realty of Northeast Arkansas. Hey, they're proud to welcome their newest real estate agent, Miss Sharon Denton, and she proudly calls Arkansas her lifelong home, residing in Corning for her entire adult journey. Alongside her, her wonderful husband, Robert. They've raised 3 amazing children and are blessed with 5 adorable grandchildren. Having dedicated over 3 decades to Corning and J.B. Rockwell Publishing as a skilled bookkeeper and customer service professional, she has recently embarked on this exciting new chapter in her life. Driven by a passion for real estate that has always fueled her curiosity, she took the leap, earning her real estate license and joining the dynamic team at Image Realty. Get a hold of Miss Sharon right there. You see her in the picture for all of your real estate needs. And you can also contact her by email at sharon@imagerealty.net. You see the phone numbers there. She wants to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Zach Brown Farms on the road to success. That's our buddy Zach, and also Shayna, one of our staffers here at CSR, and their beautiful little kiddo there, Cade. Love the firstborn there with the CSR shirt on. How about that? Gotta love it. Hey, Zach has been with us since day one. Zach, we appreciate you, buddy. And Shayna, you too. Shayna does so much for us here at CSR. And that's a future CSR worker right there in Cade. Zach Brown Farms, they want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. Black's Building Center, owned by Jim and Robin Black, was incorporated in 1961, but was established by the Black family in the early 1900s. How about that? They are proud to represent Corning by offering an array of home improvement items, including electrical, plumbing, roofing, windows, paint, and lumber. A little bit of everything there. Hey, drop in and see Josh, Jamie, Sammy, or Ryan for your hometown customer service. Located at 409 Vine Street, here in beautiful God's country, Corning, Arkansas, and they want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. You won't find 2 bigger Bobcat fans than these 2 right here. Let's give it up for the Robinson family and Robinson Farms. Big thank you to Terry and Vicki Robinson for jumping on board with us this year. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck on the season. Robinson Farms, go Cats. All of us at Corning Sports Sport want to say thank you to our 2 new sponsors, American Dragon and El Acapulco. Both restaurants right here in God's country, Corning, Arkansas, both right off Main Street here in Corning. American Dragon, locally owned and operated family-style restaurant with a little bit of everything. Get a hold of them at 870-631-3532. El Acapulco of Corning, family-friendly Mexican restaurant, great cost and great food. Get a hold of them, 870-857-5001. They want to wish the Bobcats the best of luck. All of us at Corning Sports Report want to say thank you to J&N Family Farms for jumping on board with us again this year. We certainly appreciate their sponsorship. I grew up with a couple of them, and wonderful families both of them are. And both the Gleghorn and Young families want to say go Bobcats and best of luck on the season. J&N Family Farms. Hey, welcome on board a new sponsor this year to our CSR video slideshow. That's the King family. Big Bobcat fans out there. I appreciate